Yorana, Yorana, everyone, Yorana, hello, bonjour, hola. Muino here, CEO and co-founder of POLYLlingual. Super excited to be here live again on Instagram. Just want to say welcome to everyone here. So who's connecting now? Hi, everyone. Super excited again. So today we're welcoming Vairea. For the ones who don't know Vairea is Tahitian. I will talk a little bit more about her in a minute, but I'm gonna wait until she connects herself so I can invite her here. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna say hi to everyone. I see Auntie Rose. Aloha. Can't wait to see Auntie Rose will be live with me soon too this week. I'm so excited to share a conversation with her. I've been waiting for this for quite some time. So thank you, Auntie Rose, for accepting the invitation. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Vairea, I can see you. I'm gonna send, all you have to do is to accept. Super excited. All right, welcome everyone. I'm not sure if you guys have enjoyed all the lives we've been doing so far. We started last week. Every day we had a guest. Oh, there you are! Hello! Yorana!
Yorana tutuahine at Rurutu.
Mate Eirwa, Marurut Farid I.
Marurut Farida Maya Aurutu Teye, Tawara Protawe. Pahiero.
Hato Huru.
Meteiro to Huru. And you have a mate to put Farihapi as Skyline.
Happy.
If I owe with Taprit Opani, so name it me a stunnery, you have on me.
I tip ya. Hamatatawa, Wahari Oe. Hold on. She left us. Let's see if she can come in. Oh, there you are.
Pardon, ça s'est déconnecté à un moment donné.
C'est pas grave, ça arrive. On est en live, hein? On est en live. Donc, c'est pas grave. Et Marurumet, Marurumet, merci beaucoup d'avoir accepté cette invitation. Thank you so much, Vairea, for accepting this invitation, you know, to be live with me. I really appreciate. And let's start. We're on timing, so we have to do it fast. So everyone, I just want to tell you guys, let's welcome Vairea. Vairea is located in San Francisco. So send her a like, a heart, or whatever you want. We want to like give her like a warm welcome during our live session right now. So so let me introduce Vairea really quick. And I know she's going to say a little bit more about her in a minute, but Vairea is Tahitian. She was born and raised in the island of Tahiti. Of course, she grew up in the city of Fa'a. She moved here in California a couple years ago. She's a mother of 2 little boys. They are so cute and full of energy, the 2 boys. And she's married to Ryan. Ryan Sam, I'm sure some of you guys know who Ryan is on social media. He's really present. He's a passionate of Polynesian culture, Tahitian culture. He's so passionate that he married a Tahitian. Right?
Yeah.
He's so passionate he married a Tahitian. What a love story. I love it. I'm teasing you, Ryan. So she moved here in California, and like right off the bat, you know, a couple years after, she started her own business called Tanera'i. Tanera'i is a Tahitian cultural center, the first actually here in the United States. And along with her husband, Ryan, you know, they try to carry this. And through this business that she has, she shared a lot about the rima'i, which is the traditional arts and crafts from French Polynesia, and Ori Tahiti as well. And this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about rima'i, we're going to talk about culture, we're going to talk about the language, the Reo Tahiti and Ori Tahiti as well. So I think I say pretty much everything. But now, Vairea, my question to you is that you came from a family that is rooted, like strong in the history of the Rima'i. And so can you tell us a little bit about your family and the Rima'i as well? Share a little bit with us.
Sure. First of all, thank you to you, sister, for inviting me in that, talk about Ori Tahiti and the Reo Tahiti. It's really important as well.
Yes.
And also Yorana, everyone. I see a lot of Yorana.
Yes,
from
I
all
do.
over the world. Yeah. What can I say about myself? Which I came along from a family who does craft. My father's mother was a craft woman from Tuamotu. She was really famous about doing shelf and also rara'a with the ni'au.
Yes.
The how did you call it? Coconut leaf.
Yes.
He was making those things in Tuamotu, which is Manhi. And from my mom's side, it's actually my grandpa who is Rurutu, and at Rurutu, it's kind of a lot of people who's doing waving, rara'a,
yes,
pani, tapo.
Right.
And of course, my grandpa, he's a man. He's not going to do the rara'a. So he was in the paitaro,
yes.
the field
So
of
for
taro.
the ones who want to know what's a peitaro, that's the taro field, when we actually plant those taro. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, because just a side note for the ones who don't know, we always, Rurutu is just the one spot where you can get the best taro ever. And we know, like, when it's good, we say, it's from Rurutu. We know it's from there. And they have a particular taste as well, only in Rurutu you find that. So yeah, sorry for cutting, because I just love taro, so I have to share.
So from my grandpa, it leads to my mother, which actually a lot of people thought that I learned from my mother for the rara stuff. Right. I keep saying to everyone, no, actually, I'm the one to teach my mother how to rara. Her best thing, it was to make dress. She's really good at making dress. But for the rara part, I didn't learn from my mother. I actually learned from my mother's family, which is my grandpa's niece, cousin, sister. And the way they're teaching me, it's really hard. I was like 10, and I was asking my aunt and grandma, can you teach me? And they're all like, you shush, just shush and sit down and watch. So I learn with my eyes, actually.
Yes.
And it's really hard because every time they're learning, they're teaching me, they're speaking to me in a Rurutu dialect, like, hey, api me tra ore, arara amai. It was hard because, first of all, I was a kid, and learning the Rurutu language, it was hard also because it's it's a different connection for language when you're kids, French to Rurutu, and of course the Tahitian wasn't really connected with Rurutu because they have their own dialect as well as Tahitian. So I learned really in a hard way. When when I make a mistake of rara'a, I can bet pretty sure I got a slap on my face. What are you doing? What is that? You're not doing it in the right way. But today, I'm so thankful because I don't see that as a job to be a wahine rima'i. I see that as a passion, as a heritage from my family, my legacy, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud to be a wahine rima'i, actually.
Man, I'm so proud of you, Vairea. Vairea. Oh my gosh. No, because I saw Vairea commenting. That's why I have Vairea in my head. Kuku Vairea. I'm sorry. I'm so proud of you, Vairea, for going through, and then also to share that passion that you have, for the Rima'i, the Rara, and everything. Man, this is great, for you to not keep it to yourself, but passionate with anything craft, even here in the United States, there's so many people who love that. And it's great for you to share your culture through that, you know, because this is kind of like one part, the Rara'a, the Rima'i it's one part of the Tahitian culture. Because Tahitian culture, there's so much, right? But I don't want to say just Tahitian culture. I'll say Polynesian, French Polynesian culture, right?
It's better to say like that.
Because actually my next question, it comes to the island of Rurutu, you know, your family island, because I was born and raised in Tahiti, in the main island, and I have my family is from Vairea Island, so I only know that part like very well, very much, but I don't know much, you know, about the other islands of French Polynesia. And so Rurutu, where your family is from a group of islands like the Austral Islands, and so it's different. They have people are different.
Dialect. They have their own style, lifestyle. They have their own way to perpetuate the tradition. It's literally different. You're really out of Tahiti. Tahiti, it's the capital. We'll say that, right? Tahiti is the capital. When you go to the capital, you have McDonald's.
We do.
The Quicksilver store, the Roxy store. But when you go in Rurutu, you don't have actually that access. So what you can do is to actually seek the culture, seek the everything that they are teaching you, the elders, because that one day when they're gonna be, you know, gone, we're the next generation actually to give it back to the next generation coming up
to carry on. So my question, Vairea, actually, according to that, the Rurutu, you're already saying that it's different, and I want you to tell me a little bit more about how different, you know, the Rurutu people are compared to the people from Tahiti. You already mentioned that the island, we have more stores in Tahiti. It's more modern, you know, it's the city. But when you go to Rurutu, I've been to Rurutu myself, and I enjoyed the trip over there. It's true, it's different, you know, like your different world. It's not the same. You're kind of
like lost in the forest.
You're in the jungle almost. But how different are the Rurutu people and the Tahitian? You know, it would be nice for people to understand that.
The difference between Tahiti and Rurutu people, the Pa'au, because we don't call them Rurutu, we call them Pa'au. Is that from the young age at birth, they speak their own language. The parents speak their own language. When they grow up, they go to school, they still speak the language. They go to school, go back to the house. If it's a boy, they go straight to the Paitaro. There's no different with the adult style. If you're a girl, you go home. I know it's kind of hard, but that's the way we grew up. As a girl, you stay home, you clean up the home, you cook for everyone, and as well, you do the Rara'a part also, without no question. And when they do that, it's kind of like insect.
It's like a sect. Yeah, we can say sect in English as well.
It's like that, but it's not actually.
It's close. Yes, it's very close.
They're really close to each other. They really know each other. They really know how to wave. Like it's crazy. I don't even have any word to describe how amazing to be in Rurutu and being part of that. It's just beautiful. There's no comparison to Tahiti. Tahiti is modern. Now in Rurutu it's still the same, even though there's the modern coming up, you know. They didn't let that heritage language, Paitaro, the Rara'a, they didn't let go that. Even today I saw like a young girl, age of course, not too young to me. They're still doing it, and the technique of the waving became more modern. Not the style life, but the waving changed a little bit, because in every district of Rurutu, you have Auti, Muere, Avera, Vitaria. They have their own waving actually, and those are from that district. And
so each district have their own style for their weaving.
It's like a
process.
Autograph, like la signature du tressage.
Signature, yeah. Okay, gotcha. That's awesome. And Vairea, you mentioned, because I'm going to talk about language in a minute, you mentioned that in Rurutu, when they pass on the knowledge from one generation to another generation, they use the language, right?
Oh,
everything
my
is
God.
taught, but it's taught in Rurutu language, in their dialect, or in Tahitian?
Only Rurutu. Only
Rurutu.
Rurutu. So for that, I have an example for that one. So I brought Ryan for the first time in Rurutu, and people was talking to him and to me in Rurutu. They were saying like, "Hey, vai tratinto, na vai tratinto," and and I was answering them back in Rurutu dialect. Now, like you can already hear this is not a Tahitian language.
Yes.
This is literally the dialect. It's Rurutu. So Ryan, at the end, when I was done talking for him, he would say, "Are they mad at you? What is it?" It sounds like they're fighting.
Yeah, the way they're talking
Yes,
is
it's kind
different.
of like harsh, but they're not like mad at you. That's the way they're talking.
Yeah.
Actually.
So I love that, because yeah, it's true. The Rurutu people, not only, even all the people from the Austria, because they do have multiple dialects in the whole, like, you know, group of island. And it's true that the way they're talking is definitely different than Tahitian. So it's not only the words, but it's also the
accent,
tone,
the sound, the tone.
The tone of the voice is different. I love it. And that's what makes Rurutu and all the other islands of the Austral, you know, groups different, you know, and authentic. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so, but my question is now, let's talk about language. You, when you were growing up in Fa'a, in Tahiti, you said earlier that you learned with from your grandmother, you know, from your family, not from your mom. But did they teach you the rara, you know, all the rima'i stuff through with the Reo Teiti, or did they taught you with the Rurutu language or the Reo Teiti?
In that branch of the rima'i, there's not just Pa'au people, there's a lot of people. There's Rimatara,
it's mixed. Okay.
Vave people. So they actually taught me the language, you know, with their own dialect.
Okay, their own island.
So I have to pick up the word, like when they say like Patia Nararo, Patia Mainani Fahori Taviri. I was actually like mentally try to translate the Revave
to keep up.
Yes. And, you know, it was hard, but also it taught me their language.
Yes,
so
I love that.
Every time I saw someone from like say Revave, I know that they talk with nga, you know. I know that Yogana, I know it's that their language, that's Matara,
that's Revave,
you know, or that's Rurutu. It's amazing that with the Rima'i, I actually make hella connection with the language from all over Australia.
Yeah, I love that. Man, you're so fortunate, Vairea, because me growing up in Tahiti, I only knew Tahitian because my family is from the Society Islands, where Reatea. So we only speak Reo Teiti. That's all we do. There's no dialect where we are at. And so I don't even know actually much, you know, I don't know much about the other languages, but it's always fascinating to hear them.
I love that
speaking.
too. Yeah,
Even me,
know
I like every time they speak, I you know, I really like listen twice because I really want to try to capture what they're saying, because it's not that easy. It's
not. Actually, it's really not. You think it's easy, but not. But also, it's like knowledgeable for you who want to learn.
Right. I love that. Okay, so now still with the language, you have been living here in the United States. How many years now, Vairea?
It's been 5 years now. 2017, I moved here with my coworker, husband, secretary, partner.
Everything. Wow, man, Vairea, it goes fast, huh? 5 years now.
It really goes fast.
That's amazing. So you have been living here for 5 years now, and you have been sharing your expertise in the Rima'i and also in the Ori Teiti. You did some workshops. You work with a lot of Ori Teiti dance studios, dance groups. Some of them won competitions, you know, up north. I remember at the San Jose competition, I was there actually physically. And Yes. And so you have been working with so many people, dance group, and then you have been writing also, you know, writing a lot of themes, you know, for Ori Tahiti. And so my question, according with the language, how do you find difficult to incorporate or implement the Reo Tahiti with with everything you do, whether it's in the Ori Tahiti or in the Rimai, with through your company, with Tanera'i ini, do you find difficult to implement the Reo Tahiti with whatever you do?
At first, when I came here, I find out difficulty for myself, first of all, to speak the language, right? So I knew just French and Tahitian. But nowadays, it's more like the opposite, because what I teach to everyone is just in Reo Tahiti. Like, literally, I give practice, dance practice, Ori Tahiti practice. And when I teach the girl, first of all, I was like, okay, I will be nice, but you need to do your part as a dancer. Listen what I'm saying. I'm not going to translate everything. And I speak just Tahitian. Huri, harararo. Because those kind of things, it's important for outsider, mostly outsider.
To hear those words,
hear
right?
The actually word, because it's like when you're a baby learning the Reo Tahiti, you know, when you're a baby, the example, you learn how to walk, right? So it's like dancing. But if you learn how to run, and you can go so much further, but also faster. So what I mean here is like learning the Reo Tahiti for dancer, it's like going from walk to run. It can help you make a better connection at first to what the context is. So it's really important to speak and understand the language.
Right. I love that. Vairea, so if you're like saying that you're speaking already in your classes or workshops, you know, in Ori Tahiti, for example, do you do the same with the Rimai as well? You teach, same thing, right?
As well, because I cannot.
And how your students are reacting? Are they shy? Like, or do they how are they doing?
Man, if Ryan was here, he's gonna tell you how they react actually about myself. Because okay, I mentioned that I grew up with Pa'au people, right?
Right.
So the way I teach them is the way that Pa'au people are talking. So it's like, of course they're gonna be scared about me, right? The way I'm talking. But I think actually when I see after the workshop I give to a student, I see that they understand well, actually.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the tone that you are actually like using, but more the word. Like if we pronounce as the teacher, we pronounce well the word.
Right.
They understand the concept. So it's most about the pronunciation.
Yes.
And not about the tone you're using.
Yeah. So, apropos marupe ya. So okay. Thank you, Vairea. Yeah, of course. So the difficulty here for foreigners is the pronunciation, you know, and also listening carefully, because you know it takes time to assimilate the sound, you know, of Tahitian. So I get what you mean. And so that's to me, that was actually my next question was, what is the hardest part about the language, you know, when you transmit that with everything you do? And so you kind of answer a little bit.
Yeah, it's the pronunciation. As long we teacher, not just me or you and I as a Tahitian people, but people who's already in the community, they need to know actually the pronunciation and the meaning of that word they're using.
Exactly. I love that. But you know what? I kind of like your flavor of the Pa'au style, you know. Everyone, Pa'au is the name that, you know, for the people from the Austral Islands. That's how we call them. versus us, you know, from Tahiti, we call us each other Tahiti. It's not the same thing. We are the Tahiti, and Vairea is a Pa'au. So, and it's true that the way the Pa'au style or the Tahitian, whatever it is, it's kind of like good for people to see it like the true, like how it is really. So they have an idea. And because there's one thing to accommodate ourselves to the American crowd, but there's one thing for them to also see what it is truly. How do Pa'o people really talk? You know, like
it's
Ryan,
harsh.
like Ryan's, like you say, Ryan was like, are they mad?
Yeah.
But no, that's actually the way they're talking.
That's the normal talking.
Yeah, and it goes even like with other people from different culture, like even Asian people, you know, like sometimes too, we have neighbors, they're Vietnamese, and sometimes I feel like they're fighting, but they're not, they're actually have a conversation. So it's the idea, you know. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, it's good, Vairea, I'm proud of you, because it's good to not lose yourself to as a Pa'o, you know. We can't lose our identity, because that's who we are, right?
Yes.
So
if you lose your identity, you lose yourself.
Yeah, and it's good to help, you know, pronunciation and whatever, but also you kind of like want to keep that identity. I totally understand your approach. Now the question is, how important do you think the language, and I'll mostly focus on the Reo Tahiti, how important the language is with the Ori Tahiti, you know, because this is the one of the number one question I've been asking all my guests. And I said, how do you think the Reo Tahiti is really, really, truly important, and why for the Ori Tahiti?
So the question is like, how important for the foreigner to learn the Reo Tahiti, right?
Yes. In the Ori Tahiti community, of course, huh? Yeah.
So I really think, and I believe that everyone should learn the way we Maohi people in Tahiti are teaching our kids, like in a group, school, even church. The way we're then like teaching them in Reo Tahiti, it's important. Because you and I didn't make those names, you know, those language. It was already, right? So it was already there before we were born. So that's me. I call that a legacy, heritage. So the language also is an identity for Maohi people, for the Haitian people to be recognized also. Not just the dance. Because if you dance, you can have fun. But if you're really in the Ori Tahiti community, the language is part of it also. Don't forget that, you know. Let me get an example of that, what I mean. Like here in California. So I see a lot of talented group. They're all talented. They're all teaching the Tahitian dance, Ori Tahiti, right? But the thing that I saw is that they're so influenced by our Hawaiian cousins. Meaning that when they call the group, instead to say Pupu Ori Tahiti, they say halau. Instead to call the teacher Orometua or Fa'atere Pupu or Atira Pupu.
Or Atira Pupu.
They call themselves Kumu. So my thing is that if you are in making a group or leading a group or dancing with a group or, you know, doing something with the Ori Tahiti community, I think you should follow as well with the name corresponding to each area. You know, like for us, teacher, we say Rometua, Patri Pupu, or Ra'atira Pupu, right? And that already, it's like it's like
actually
respect.
Actually, Vairea, this is exactly what we believe, because you know what? This is why I'm not trying to advertise, but this is why I created that ebook. Because it's to respond to that problem that you're mentioning here. I created that ebook because it makes sense to teach the Ori Tahiti, which is part of the Tahitian culture, with the Tahitian language, because as a respect to its native language, right? It makes sense as the Hawaiian do also with the Hawaiian language, which is also beautiful. I think actually I have a lot of admiration with the Hawaiian culture, and you know, all the protocols they have, because they respect very much the Hawaiian language in hula class, or even
and
when
it's
you
great,
teach the kahiko.
right? Sis,
it's amazing.
Great. It's amazing, but to be
we should do the same
us,
for Tahitian, right?
Exactly, that will be great. Also, call your halau pupu ori if you are in the Ori Tahiti. Call your teacher orometua, or rera whaatiri pupu,
or atira pupu.
Or like we always do in Tahiti, auntie, tati, tipe me motresa. You know, like that's the respect of actually perpetuate or doing the Ori Tahiti. It goes along with the language.
Yes, I love that, Vairea. And we can, it doesn't have to, it starts small, you know, even with these really little small words. It doesn't have to be the entire language.
No.
But little words like that, it's really to like implement little by little, you know, words like that in the Ori Tahiti. I love that.
By doing little by little, you will become more bigger and knowledgeable at the end, because you kept the word, you kept everything that you need actually to understand in the language, because without the language, there's nothing.
Yeah,
you know?
It's true. The language is the foundation, as we always say, right?
Yeah.
And I love that, Vairea, that you say that, because there's so many, it does, like for any Ori Tahiti dance studios or group here all over the world, not only in the US, it's by incorporating or implementing the Reo Tahiti in your teaching of the Ori Tahiti, it does like give you it, like you stand out. And I'm not talking about showing off. I'm talking about bringing yourself or your group, your dancer, a little bit further. Is that correct? Are you agreeing with me?
I totally agree. I totally agree with you. Like, if you imagine, like, for foreigner, don't take the time actually to learn all those names. There's even a name for the musician.
Yes.
If they don't take the time to actually learn the name of every body's job in the whole group, the Ori Tahiti group, I think already right there, they're missing a lot of understanding on how we Maohi people function.
Yes.
If you don't know the name, why then you go? It's for fun, it's fine. But if you go really because you're interested about it, learn the language. And make more knowledgeable to you and more understanding. So that way we see us as Maohi people. You care about us. You really care about us. You really want us to see you, that you understand us.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. I love it. Well, again, I'm not gonna try to push this as a sale, but this is basically what the ebook is doing right now.
No, I
is
totally
to respond to what
totally
you're saying, and I love what you're saying, Vairea.
I think like nowadays, like there's Moino, that wonderful Tahitian woman who actually made the ebook for us. Not just for foreigners, but for us too. I'm gonna say for myself, because I have a husband who's American also, so I will take that. To actually take that, you spend your time for others to understand and take the time to read and learn actually the language. That's great. So to be honest, don't waste your time to go on YouTube, because I saw a lot of people go on YouTube, watch a video from last night on Reo Tahiti or whatever. This is actually the good thing, that there's a book. Actually, you can go home with that. You can have forever. Anytime you have a moment that you don't know what the hell is going on or what that word means, go on the ebook. And again, I'm not advertising but actually I'm pushing people to take the step, to go for
take the step. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I do. Like, see, I'm speechless right now. I don't even know. The last question normally for you, Vairea, is to say like, what is your advice? But you're kind of like already giving the advice.
I like to make everything in the same box so that way I'm not I'm comfortable with myself.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, what would be, well, you kind of already said, but I'm gonna ask anyways, but what is your biggest advice, you know, for for the Ori Tahiti community? What would you want to tell them, especially regarding the importance to incorporate the Reo Tahiti and the, you know, or to put together the Reo Tahiti and the Ori Tahiti? What would be your biggest advice for them?
So, so for everyone in the community for Ori Tahiti outside of Tahiti, I would say, like, I encourage you guys to take the time actually to learn our language, my language, and Moino's language, because we are Tahitian first, right? So take that time, take to learn, and to learn actually about the history, so that way you understand my Maohi people and where we come from, because it's really important for you to learn the language. With that, you can understand the story. You can understand how the pehe will go and sound, how the musician will do the pehe, how the costume will be created. Without the language, there's nothing understandable for you.
Right.
So
Everything is connected. Everything is connected. Yeah. And again, and oh, thank you so much, Vairea. It really helps, you know, and I hope it's gonna inspire people to really take this step, because now there's no more excuses. We have it. The knowledge is here now. We can, at our fingertips, you know, we can make it happen. But it's one thing to have it, but the second thing that I always push forever and ever is to take action, you know, start. Like, what do you think, like, Vairea, a question like that, what do you think, like, if you go in a Ori Tahiti class, what do you think Ori Tahiti group leaders, for example, or teachers can start doing?
So first of all, for the Ori Tahiti, for the language I'm talking about, for the group, first of all, is the Fa'atiri Pupu who needs to give the example for the rest. For the dancer, I know it sounds harsh, no hard feeling, guys. But actually, it's the Fa'atiri Pupu, the Ra'atiri Pupu, he or her or she needs to set the example. Yeah, because without that, no one will follow after that. So I'm sorry, Fa'atiri Pupu or Ra'atiri Pupu, you have to do your job as learning the language, so that way you can transmit it to your student, as well as the musician, and as well as the costume. Like I say, everything is connected, and the language is part of that.
And it makes sense. It makes sense what you're saying, Vairea, because you know what? When you're a group leader, a teacher, instructor, whatever you want to call yourself, you have that responsibility anyways, you know, to share that knowledge, but that responsibility of course, setting the example as well. And I think anybody who's leading something, they should understand that. And it's great. Yeah. So starting with that, you know, like, learning the language, learning about the concept of Tahitian culture, learning, like, there's so many aspects that you have to touch, you know, before sharing that to your student.
And I want also to mention that I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, well, that will be expensive. Let me say that, guys, nothing is free. So to have something in exchange, you have to pay for sure. There's the time. Moino took the time, actually, with the ebook, took the time to research the knowledge of the language. So don't forget that time is not free anymore, because everything needs to be paid. And when you pay, what you get back is a book with knowledge, research, that she actually take the time, and you're the one to enjoy that. So if we're talking about money-wise, to be honest, go for it. That's the value of the knowledge she has. If it's like too expensive for you, I'm sorry, but find a way to not be expensive then. Pay that, because that's knowledge. That's knowledge that you can actually keep it. It's a gold. It's a really big gold that you can have forever.
Yeah,
you know?
And forever is true. You get that one time, and then you can use for a long time. There's so much content in there that it will you know, they can use that forever. But oh, thank you so much for saying that, Vairea. So you mean I know you understand what it takes. You know, it takes,
Oh my
it takes a
gosh,
lot.
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people actually who told Ryan it's a little expensive what your wife is doing, but you know, it doesn't offend me. But I see that you don't see the work behind. You know, people doesn't see what we have to get through for having that beautiful thing outside, the ebook, the peore, the bag. It's hard, but also you guys who are wanting to learn,
it's worth it at the end.
it's worth it. Yep, it's worth it.
No, it is hard, everyone, because there are no resources. It's fine. There's nothing we can base on, so we have to collect and go out there and research it. So that's why it's hard. This is really the only reason. But anyways, Vairea, oh, I love everything you're saying. That's just amazing. So Vairea, it's already past time. Goodness,
No way!
I can't believe.
I'm not even done.
Yeah, and I have a class at 11, so I have to leave you. But
I have class also, so I have to leave also. I'm sorry.
I have a Reo Tahiti private class right now.
I have one
at
cousin
11.
who just comment, eat all the ma'a Tahiti in your plate, not only Ori Tahiti, but the language too. The way of the life is possible. So see, guys, this is my cousin. We all grew up in the same area, but it's not like just the Ori Tahiti. The Ori Tahiti is one of the
it's just one part.
Community.
Yeah, there's so much.
There's the language, there's the history, there's the ma'a, even the ma'a. Are you
the food? The food is something too.
You know, like everything is connected, but today it's about the language. So I really encourage everyone to take the time to go for it. You're not going to lose anything, but actually you are gonna gain a lot of knowledge and a lot of understanding for Maohi people, people. So it's really, really important. You guys are watching today. Take this step. Don't be afraid. Price is just a price. But
action.
Yep, the knowledge is open to everyone. We have someone here who's taking the time to give her knowledge. Take that advantage. Go for it.
I see in the comment, Harime Tama. Yes, I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm coming too.
It's almost lunchtime. All right, Vairea, last thing, how can we help you? How can we support you as a Ori Tahiti community? Because we've heard so many things. And first of all, thank you to you and Ryan for posting some great knowledge in your Instagram page. Because even like there's a lot of stuff I don't even know myself. That's why I say we always learning something, right? And so every time, you know, there's good content, keep on going because it's so much. Like I love it, every single post you guys are sharing. But so the question is like, how can we support you in your journey as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, but also as just a Tahitian, Wahine Tahiti living far from the islands here and living here in the United States? How can we support you?
Like I say, to not just to myself, but to invest in learning with like things, all Tahitian things, like, and invest in learning history from Hinatea Ario Access. That would help me too. Invest in learning Reo Tahiti with you, Moino. And invest in the thing like the ebook that Moino just made to help you and your group. And also like, and invest in myself.
Yes.
For the costume, rara'a. Why I say invest on those people? Because those people are a resource for you guys who are thirsty for the Ori Tahiti community. This is a good thing. So just by supporting me, supporting my people, supporting my sisters and brother who's doing the Ori Tahiti community, that is already a big help for me.
Oh, thank you so much, Vairea. You're so humble. You're talking all about us, but not enough about you.
Hey, but I don't have time to talk about myself. I love talking about you guys. It's more important for me.
No, then I would say, so everyone, Vairea, I know right now she's super busy because she's at school. She has a lot going on, but I know next year she'll come back and offer a lot of other opportunities to learn, whether it's through the Rima'i or even Ori Tahiti. Connect. If you had the opportunity, connect with her. There's always something to learn. I learn also myself, you know, I'm a busy person. There's always, like, you know, I'm busy, but I still find the time to connect with Vairea and Ryan, but also with the posts that they are sharing on social media, because they're very, very valuable. I don't think people realize that, but there's so much knowledge there.
Thank you.
So guys, let's support Vairea and her business and everything she does to share anything about the culture from Tahiti, from the Maui people. So Maruru mate Vairea, I enjoyed this time with you. Hopefully we'll have more discussion like that. It's so good. I feel like 30 minutes is not enough. It's never enough.
You're a superhero for me right now. You're a superhero because you're sharing the language with everyone and encouraging everyone. So you're my superhero for the language.
Oh my God, that's too much.
No, it's true though.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I do my best. I do my best, but I know it's important. And you know, we are a mixed family now. Our husbands are American, and it's important for us to share everything about ourselves, everything about our ancestors, our heritage, everything. So of course, you know, we do that with a lot of love and passion. And so, yeah, let's support each other. And maruru met eia oe Vairea. I wharere whahotaua
Aprilis exam.
Tra met eirua. Orera I te matiti I muri nei, I wharere whahotaua. All right.
First of all, thank you, sis, for inviting me to talk about the language and the Ori Tahiti community, and also thank you everyone who's commenting. There's a lot of comments.
Yes, a lot of comments.
We don't have time anymore, but thank you so much, everyone, for the support. Thank you for listening and hopefully agree with what we are saying today. Whaituto mai te ia hapi I te reo no te mea te I taua mai te no oto te whaia ori ia hapi te reo ia ite oto e hata mātou prau meira ia oi. A hapi ai te hama o kontre e mai te ino te I no oto no te harimua. Ia no te harimuri.
Harimua.
Harimua, e whaituto harimua.
Harimaru, haripapu,
Harimaru, haripapu, ia hare no matua. Haripapu mai te ia, tāpura treini.
Te raia, maruru met
Bisu, arofatu yasi, Beli.
Nana, Nana.
Il est temps d'aller en classe.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. See you later.